My name is Jim Gould. I am the community planner here in the town of Duck, but I'm also an avid bird watcher. Birds are something that captured my attention when I first moved to the Outer Banks, and I haven't looked back and rarely looked away. In 2002, the town actually incorporated officially as the town of Duck. And even back on May 1st of 2002, they had birds in mind. And now with the ordinance, they outlined the full protection ordinance related to birds and us becoming a bird sanctuary. What that means for the town of Duck is that we basically don't allow for the hunting of birds on a protected list. We really try to promote the preservation of the natural environment for our feathered friends, and of course highly promote the idea of getting out there and enjoying the views that birds will provide us, this engagement with the species. Aside from the original ordinance that designates the town of Duck as a bird sanctuary, we also have ordinances that help promote the species' existence here, such as an ordinance that regulates tree canopy coverage. We also have vegetation planting guidelines that go in line with that tree protection ordinance. And then finally, we have outdoor lighting ordinances that promote basically the reduction in glare, the practical use of lights so that we're not lighting up our nighttime sky, which birds use to navigate, but only when it's dark. The town of Duck, aside from creating ordinances that actually help preserve and protect our environment, also has installed lots of wonderful recreational opportunities for us to enjoy, like the infrastructure associated with the town of Duck Park and the Soundside Boardwalk.
Something that I didn't know until I moved to Duck was that the Duck Sound Boardwalk is one of the highest birding areas in the Outer Banks. We've got over 1,000 birders who've birded here, and we've seen about 251 species of birds here at the boardwalk.
So along this 0.6 mile stretch of boardwalk, you'll be fully immersed in the sound front area, engaging with all sorts of creatures, not just birds, in a maritime environment where you get to experience tall maritime forest trees, you get the marshland, and then you get the wide open waters of the Currituck Sound, where any number of species of birds could be seen throughout the year. It's just a wonderful opportunity to get out there and enjoy.
The reason the town of Duck is in a unique location for birding is because it's on the Atlantic Flyway. That means that birds that are migrating from the Arctic all the way to South America fly right through Duck. It's located on a barrier island out in the Atlantic, in the middle of sort of the mid-Atlantic area in North Carolina. And we have a unique situation in that we've got a couple of different types habitat that attract all these birds from different species. So on the sound side, we have brackish water, freshwater, so you're going to get a lot of migrating birds like warblers, freshwater egrets and herons. And then on the ocean side, we've got all the ocean birds that come through. So you're going to see cormorants and gulls, and occasionally you're going to see some very exciting sort of offshore, what we call pelagic birds that might get blown in from a hurricane or after a hurricane, and we get to see those birds like shearwaters and petrels and such. So this is what is one of the major draws for me as a birder, to come and bird both in the Sound side and on the Atlantic side here in Duck.
I think one of the best things about birding is that you don't know what you're going to find when you head out. I just am constantly excited and entertained by bird watching.
It's not hard to become a bird watcher. All you really need is awareness. And if you just stop for a moment and you listen and you look around, you're going to see a bird. I think the best thing about being a birder is there's a whole new world that opens up for you. You can go back to places that you've visited before you were a birder, and all of a sudden you see new things, you see new birds, you become really aware. And that's probably the thing that I enjoy most about birding, is this heightened sense of awareness and sound. And I slow down and I live in the moment, in the present.